before you can use caseloads for real, you have to tell the system who is allowed to view, add and remove patients from users and teams caseloads. So this is the security side of caseloads, and it is hidden away and it is slightly confusing. So to set up the security for caseloads, go to System Setup, go to Options, go to System Config, and then go all the way back down to Caseloads, where we initially started with our initial setup. There are then two buttons at the bottom of this window: User Team Access and Caseload Access. The buttons aren't particularly descriptive, but User Team Access is where you go to tell the system which caseloads a particular user can see, can add and remove from, or which caseloads a team can add or remove from. So if I choose a user, choose my user, then at the moment I'm set to be able to view, add and remove from these 7 caseloads. If I want to add another caseload to my profile, I click on Add a Caseload, go to say Team Caseloads, and say that I'm allowed to see the MDT assessment meetings and also the community team's triage queue. And I can choose those and add those into the list of caseloads that I'm allowed to look at. By default, it says yes, you can view, yes, you can add, yes, you can remove. You can change these really easily. So just click on one of the cells and it will take the yes away and turn it into a no, although it doesn't display no. To put it back, just click on it again and it swaps it to the other setting. So now I'm allowed to see, view the community team's triage queue, but I'm not allowed to add or remove to it. One of the reasons Crosscare does this and makes you specify the security is that you don't necessarily want a free-for-all where anybody can add patients to caseloads or anybody can take them off. It allows you to implement some control of how patients are moved around your system. It's worth remembering that nobody can see a caseload or add or remove to a caseload unless you explicitly specify that they can do it. So you have to come in here and you have to give the users access before they're allowed to see anything. Once you've chosen your settings, hit save and hit exit, comes back. Now the caseload access button allows you to specify it the other way around. So on this occasion I can choose a caseload, so I can choose my MDT assessment meeting, and then the system shows who is allowed to see that caseload. So rather than it being I'm a user and I'm allowed to see X, Y and Z caseload, now it's I'm this caseload and these users are allowed to deal with it. So if I want to add more users, I can simply click on Add User. I can choose more users who are allowed to see, add and remove from that caseload. If I want to add another team, so the community triage queue team can also be part of the MDS meeting, I can add those like that. Same principles apply. If I want to change the access, I just click on the cell to take the yes away and click on it again to flip it back the other way. So you must specify one way or the other which users are allowed to see which caseloads, or which caseloads can be viewed and used by which users.